All right. This is breaking news for everybody, for all my friends, family. Just bringing some things to your attention. There is a bill that was just passed. It is H.R. 347 and Senate Bill 1794, the Federal Restricted Buildings and Grounds Improvement Act of 2011. What this bill essentially does is squashes the First Amendment, which the First Amendment, for everybody that does not know what the First Amendment is, the First Amendment gives us our freedom of speech, the right to protest, freedom of press. Very, very, very important. Now, it was so important that our founding fathers made sure that they said Congress shall pass no law to abolish or to overturn the First Amendment because it was that powerful. Now, this bill that was brought forth by a representative in my state, our state, probably many of us, Tom Rooney, he's a Republican in Florida, and Senator Richard Blumenthal, a Democrat, brought this to the Senate. Now, crazy thing about this has happened in Nazism. It happened in the Soviet Union. It's happened time and time again, slowly, slowly, slowly stripping us of our rights. What is the reason we cannot peacefully protest? What is the reason for it? The other crazy thing about this bill is when it went to the Senate and it passed in the Senate, they didn't actually release the votes for it, but it was unanimously decided, and it passed. Now, Ron Paul was one of the representatives that nayed the bill. There were two other representatives that also voted down this bill out of all of the House of Representatives, which is crazy. Now, what this does is it makes it so you can be arrested, okay? It gives law enforcement the ability to arrest you, and you can actually go to jail up to 10 years. Now, they're trying to say it's an event for Secret Service or any large event. Could be, something like the Super Bowl, the Grammys, any large event, the Republican National Convention. But I just don't understand how people are not waking up to these bills being passed. I mean, it was bad enough with the NDAA Act, which I'm not sure if a lot of you know about the NDAA Act. Uh, President Obama actually signed this in New Year's Eve. It gives the right to, number one, assassinate any U.S. citizen that is labeled a terrorist. And if you have 7 days of food in your house, you could be labeled a terrorist. It also gives them the right to detain you, so put you, say, in Guantanamo without trial, without due process, an American citizen. This is the NDAA Act. A lot of people don't even know about this. This was signed in uh, New Year's Eve of last year, so 2011 by Obama. This was signed in. It's crazy what's going on right now. So look these things up. The last one that just passed that I was talking about is it's called the Federal Restricted Buildings and Grounds Improvement Act of 2011. And what this does is it gives them the right to arrest protesters, peaceful protesters, if you are on federal grounds, something with, Secret Service, or if it's a big event. Uh, but I mean, a lot of people protest against these individuals like the president or their congressmen. I mean, there's a reason for the First Amendment, for our right to protest, freedom of speech, freedom of press. It's because everything should be transparent. Unlike when they passed this bill in the Senate, they didn't make any of the votes transparent. So we don't even know who voted for it or who voted against it. So we can't even hold our senators accountable for these things. This is crazy. It's nuts. You guys need to wake up. Some crazy stuff's happening. Research it. Bye bye.